Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen, and this is a custom pen turned for Den, and that's for Den of Den's Pens. So this is a Mythic Pen Company pen, and I'll give you a brief intro to Mythic Pen Company. They create handmade fountain pens, ballpoints, rollerballs and dip pens. Mythic was founded by Brad in 2019 to provide pen enthusiasts with quality handmade pens. When designing a fountain pen, Brad looks at the design from the user's perspective. He wants to make the pens that are not only beautiful, but pens that need to be written with and will stand the test of time. Brad's models are all named after well-known tragic playwrights, and these include the Aristophanes, which starts at $125 the Prime, which starts at $175 the Aeschylus, which starts at $185, the Sophocles, which starts at $225, and the Euripides, which starts at $225. Brad's rollerballs and ballpoints all start at $150. Brad works with many materials including custom acrylic and ebonite. He can also make pens with ink windows, demonstrators, with and without clips, and come with gold and steel nib pens. Brad's website is at mythicpens.com. As with many custom pen makers, they make pens to your specifications for your specific order, and they will usually have a waiting list, but from time to time they may also build up some stock level of pens in their shop that can be purchased immediately. So I think let's go into this pen in a little bit more detail. So it comes in this brown box here, and it says custom turned for Dennis and MPC. And if I lift the lid on this, you get a number of things. You get the pen, so let me remove the pen for the time being. You get a Mythic badge here. You also get a lovely nib sticker, a Mythic pen sticker as well, another Mythic pen sticker. Brad definitely likes his stickers. And then here you go, the Mythic pens, and this is Brad Owen's business card. So, I think let's have a look at the pen. So we'll unwrap it from this. So this pen is the Aeschylus and was sent to Den. So Den is a custom pen maker in the UK, and Brad is a custom pen maker in the US. And they, I believe, decided to exchange at least one of their pens, and Den sent over a pen to Brad, and Brad sent this pen over to Den. So this is the pen, and this is the Aeschylus, and this, which starts at $185, and it comes in a number of different materials. But you can see here this lovely sort of blue swirl is actually really nice, and you can see here that kind of goes through the whole of the body and then comes sort of back here to the end point. So in terms of the finials, there are no cap finials here. There is no clip on this pen either. And I know some people like that, and I know some people dislike that. Personally, I have a lot of pens that do not have clips, and I tend to actually use just a pen rest just to stop them rolling off of the desk. So for me it doesn't bother me, but I know for some people it does. Brad also does make pens with clips as well, but this particular model does not have a clip. Now in terms of the pen design, you can see here that it tapers down towards the end of the cap, tapers out to the midpoint of the cap, and then tapers back in again. And you have this little sort of lip here. So the cap is just slightly sort of wider than the body, and then the body comes back down and it tapers back down into the finial there. Now if I unscrew the cap, you'll see here it comes with this section. Now this is a cartridge converter pen, and I will show you here. So it comes with a cartridge converter, You can use standard international cartridges here, and it also comes, and I'll show you in a little bit, there's quite a lot of turns there to put the body on the section, but I do like that. And this comes with a broad Yovo nib. And I am a fan of the broad Yovo nib, so I will like to give this a try and see how it writes. In the size of my hand, I find that this is a very comfortable pen to hold. It does have a slight sort of concave here going on in the section, so it kind of allows you to rest your fingers down here and not hit the base of the section, which I actually like, because I used to be a person that would hold my pens right down here and my fingers would slip off and they would become inky. So nowadays I tend to hold it up a little bit higher around the threads. But for me, like, this has this nice little sort of concave section going on here, so that would actually stop you doing so. Now, the threads itself, you can see there, are actually quite deep, but they're not sharp in any way. And then if I unscrew that, you can see you get the threads to the section there. And there is a bit of a gap there, but that doesn't cause any issues. And actually, I think it actually allows it to then stop quite nicely there. Now, there is a slight step down that you can see here, but you cannot feel that. It's rounded off, so for me, it's actually quite comfortable to hold. And it's a really nice weight of pen. It's a good size pen and a good weight pen. So that is the Aeschylus, and there are lots of other models that Brad does make, but this is just one of them. So I have this here for review. I think let's go and do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the size of the pen, it's 143mm in length and about 60mm in length for the cap. And then we'll do a check for the whole body. We are looking at about 133mm in length to the tip of the tines on the nib. So that is quite a nice length, and that really does sort of, for me, go into the oversize camp of pens. Now we'll do a weight check. Now, bearing in mind that this is uninked, we are looking about 21.6 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we're looking at 5.5 grams. And then the weight of the body, we are looking at just over 15 grams in weight. So that is quite a nice weight of a pen. So, from left to right, we have an Atelier Lusso Carina, and this is a Diamond Nebula. We have an Atelier Lusso Carina, and this is the Black Ice. We have an Atelier Lusso Andromeda, and this is the King Cobra. An Atelier Lusso Andromeda, and this is a Dragon. We have a Mythic Pen Company, the Aeschylus. We have an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Vulcan's Forge, an Atelier Lusso Andromeda in the Tectonic Seas. We have a John Twiss Volcano. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero in the Hawaii. And we have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande in the sand. So let's go into a writing sample. So this is the Mythic pens, and it's the Aeschylus, and it is a broad steel Yovo nib. Now the ink in here is Pilot, Iroshizuku, and it's Konpeki. Now, in terms of a line variation, this is a broad nib, so it is going to put down a broad line. Now, if I press a little bit harder, you will get almost double the line variation. And you can see here from the figure of 8 the kind of line variation to expect. But you can also see in these lines that there are no hard starts or skipping going on. So this is a very well tuned nib. And if we check the nib wetness, you can see there that this is quite a wet nib. And I have a lot of Yovo nibs and I have a lot of Yovo broad nibs. And I always find that the Yovo broad nibs are very consistent in how they write, because I do find that they are very consistent writers, very smooth, still nibs, and to be honest, I actually find that they actually write as good, if not better, than some gold nibs do. So for the price point of a steel nib, I honestly don't think you can go wrong with a Yovo broad steel nib. Now, in terms of the pen, I really like this material. I think Brad has done a wonderful job here. You can see that this material is highly polished there. So I like it. I like the design of the pen. Not having a clip doesn't bother me whatsoever. And I do have a lot of pens that don't have clips. And I know some people prefer to clip their pens into pockets. I'm not one of those, because if anything, if I bend over, I normally find that I have a pen that will then roll out the pocket and become dislodged from the pocket and then smash onto the ground. So I'm not a person that typically clips pens to shirt pockets. But for me, I love this pattern. I really do. I think Brad has done a great job here. If you want to go and see this pen and other pens that Brad has made at mythicpens.com, then go off to his website and take a look at the various models that he has available. These are all available for order, and bear in mind that there may be a bit of a wait time depending on Brad's order book. So that's my review of the Mythic Pens Aeschylus. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.